哎呦，惨了，我想哭出来，什么？
I didn't expect to feel like this on the last day. After 13 days on the Tour du Mont Blanc, this is it, the final stretch back to Chamonix. We thought we will feel relief and maybe even some excitement to be done. But standing here now, it feels a lot harder to say goodbye than we imagined.
But yes, I'm a bit sad that the track is ending.
So for one last time, let's walk.
Good morning. It's another beautiful day on the TMB track, and today is the last day of our hike. So the plan was to head from Lac Blanc to Le Breven and take the cable car back down to Chamonix to complete our loop and to end where we started. However, it's already the end of season and the cable car from Le Breven is no longer in operation. That's the problem when you travel during end of season. So the other option is to actually walk to La Flegere and take the gondola down, which I think we are going to do that, and actually most of the people are just doing that, because if we were to walk to Le Breven, we will have to hike down, and yeah, I don't think we really want to do that. But hiking to La Flegere means that we have lots of time today, because the walk to La Flegere is probably just 1 hour plus and it's downhill. And yeah, but check out the views behind me. You have Mont Blanc, beautiful Mont Blanc, and yeah, the sun shining bright, and I think that is Lac Blanc. Yeah, and that's Mr. G there. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. We're just chilling out, enjoying the views before we start our hike down, because yeah, we just have plenty of time now today to actually enjoy the views, and thankfully the weather is so good and we have such clear skies today to end our TMB trek on a beautiful note. Okay, it's about 10:30. I think we have slept here enough and it's probably time to head down the mountain. Goodbye my pretty mountains. Yeah, really very scenic here. That's Lac Blanc behind me. So Lac Blanc is quite a basic refuge. It has water issues, so generally there is no water, although I think you can just collect water from the lake if you have a filter, or if you just don't mind, or you can buy mineral water from them, 1.5 liter for €5. So yeah, and Lac Blanc quite basic. The breakfast was just bread and jam and butter, although they were very generous with the butter and jam. Dinner was just, what was dinner? For dinner, we had soup, some lentils with sausage, bread and cheese, and then some dessert. Actually, if you ask me, I think the dinner wasn't that fantastic. Although I think they were trying to be very innovative by serving something like dal bhat, but it's not the authentic dal bhat that we know. I think they're just trying to be innovative but I think the dinner was just average. But alright, considering their location, right, and then they have to airdrop everything here, So I think that's fine because the views here are really fantastic. So pretty. One more round. Goodbye, Mont Blanc. We are going to head down. Thanks for giving us such good weather today. And yes, saying goodbye to our TMB trek. I'm a little bit sad that the trek is ending, even though it's a daily like ascent of 1,000 and a descent of 1,000. But yes, I'm a bit sad that the trek is ending. Goodbye, Mont Blanc. It's close to 11 a.m. and lots of day hikers are coming up already. See many people coming up. So there is also an add-on option from the Flegere. You can take the chairlift up and down for a ride just to see Mont Blanc up close, and I heard that it's a very quiet and peaceful ride. But like I say, we are at the end of the season and I think the chairlift is not operating anymore, so we can't do that. But if you are coming during the peak summer season, yeah, this is an option that you can consider. Yes, many day hikers are coming up today because I think the weather is very good, and like I say, Lac Blanc is very popular with day hikers. Alright, we have actually reached Refuge La Flegere. We wanted to get lunch here, but they don't have lunch, they only have steaks. So we kind of give up. We are going to finish out our last portion of backup food. So I think I always say I always bring some backup food, at least one portion of backup food, right? Just in case of emergencies, or we don't make it to the refuge for dinner, or we get stranded somewhere, at least we still have food. So we are going to finish up our last portion of backup food, which is this. What is this? Creamy salmon with pasta, fish stripe food, and my last Shin ramen. And we are going to eat it with salami. Cannot see lah, but never mind. We are going to cut some salami and put it into our Shin ramen. That's lunch today, and we have scenic views of the gondola flying up and down beside us at Mont Blanc, right in front of us. Creamy salmon pasta. Tastes like 炒面. Got carrot, green peas, salmon, and noodle. Okay, after a quick lunch at La Flegere and a discussion, we have decided that we are going to forsake the nice gondola and we are going to walk to Plan Press and walk down from there. Yeah, Plan Press is the middle cable car station where you have to change the cable car to go to Breven. Yeah, so it's the middle cable car station, so we are just going to head there and then walk down from Press. Yay! We have reached Press. Just now we bumped into a local and he corrected my pronunciation. Should be Press. The Z and the L I think are silent. But when we reach here, the walk is actually quite scenic. But I think if you are tired, you can just take the gondola down from the Flegere. Otherwise, I think the walk here, some slight elevation, but it's quite scenic as well. And now we have to find our way back to Chamonix via our legs, because the cable car is closed. We are still walking to Chamonix, but the bad news is both of us have ran out of water. I must say this side of the mountain, right, from the Flegere to Breven and even Breven to Les Houches, I remember our first day, we also ran out of water. So this part of the trek, very dry, no water to refill. I don't know, is it because also the restaurants are closed so we can't get any water. Yeah, we are now on camel mode until we reach Chamonix. I think we have, I don't know, a lot more descent to go. I hope the road get better to walk on. It was very rocky for a part, but now I think it's getting a bit better. I hope it get even better so that easier to walk and faster to get to town, to get to water. But the views, very nice. The descent views are very nice because you get to descend with Mont Blanc on one side. Come, let me show you in a while. See, Mont Blanc. You get to descend with Mont Blanc on one side. Yeah, it's just a never-ending zigzag. I tell you, it's a never-ending zigzag down to town. You can see the town, but you are too high up, and you are doing your zigzag with Mont Blanc. Yeah, beautiful on a good weather day. But today is very hot. It's a very, very, very hot day. And we got no water. Camel mode on. Right, finally hit the road section, almost near town, and yeah, see the beautiful mountain. Now the sun is shining on the mountains, so pretty, so pretty. The weather really fantastic today. Guess where we are? We are back at Le Breven cable car station at Chamonix. We finally come back. And this was where we started. 哎呦，惨了，我好想哭出来，为什么 ？How do you feel? 哈，我看你啊，哇，这是你讲 ，I'm super 感动，因为我们走完了 ，Yeah, super 感动。We finished already. We finished the trek in I don't know how many days. I lost count. 13 days. 访问一下，没有感想啊。
My diet.
Very tired. Yeah lah, very tired. Yes, but we made it back. Yay! Okay, immediate afterthoughts of the trek while we are walking to go collect our luggage. Yeah, the trek is tough. I think it's actually tougher than if you just do the standard Everest base camp trek. But because we did the one with the 3 high pass, so maybe a bit more comparable. But if you are just doing the basic Everest base camp trek, right, I think TMB is harder. There's a lot of ascent and descent in the day. I think when we first started, we were very not used to the ascent and descent. But I think after a few days, we get a bit used to it already. And now maybe if you tell me to walk like 20 kilometers in a day with 1,000 meter ascent and a 1,000 meter descent, now it doesn't sound so scary anymore. Thanks to TMB, I must say. Yeah, it has been a very fruitful trip. I think we had pretty good weather except for a couple of days where it rained, and especially when we want to do technical trail, then it rained. It must rain on the day we want to do technical trail. And then I think we had a day like it was like all 4 seasons in a day, then another like super foggy cloudy day. But otherwise I think the weather was pretty good for us, especially today. Now it's like a super sunny blue sky day. Yeah, so first afterthoughts. But I think if you're up for it, this track is very scenic. It is very scenic because every day you are just walking around the snow mountains, and especially the France and Italy side, right? You are just staring at Mont Blanc. And the best food is in Italy, I must say. Yeah, really, the best food is in Italy. Yeah. Yes, first afterthoughts for now. I will probably post another review episode if I can, with more tips and planning ideas if you need. Okay, gonna find our cop. Check out the views. Whoa.
And just like that, our Tour du Mont Blanc journey comes to an end.
Bye bye Mont Blanc, till we meet again.
What started as a plan on paper became something so much bigger than we ever imagined. The long climbs, the aching legs, the early mornings, the unpredictable weather. But what stays with us are the quiet moments in between. The sound of our footsteps on the trail, the clouds rolling over the mountains, and the feeling of being so small in a place so vast and beautiful. This trek challenged us in ways we didn't expect, but it also reminded us why we started. To explore, to feel alive, and to chase moments like this. And somehow, somewhere along the way, this journey became a part of us. If you have been with us through this entire series, thank you, truly. It means more than we can say that you chose to walk this journey with us. But this isn't quite goodbye just yet. In the next 2 chapters, we will take you to the magical Monteviers Ice Cave and to an underrated farmers market that completely stole our hearts. And if you have been dreaming about doing the TMB yourself, we have got you covered. We will be sharing a full guide with everything you need to know to plan your own trek. So stay with us a little longer, because even though this chapter is ending, the adventure never really does.